Welcome to For Love and Play. I'm matchmaker comic Yael Meisel. With me is comedians Keenan Weaver and Louie B. For Love and Play, the show about dating like a goddamn adult. We're going to discuss who to spend your time with for love or for play. Let's do it, boys.
This show contains adult content for entertainment purposes. Listener discretion is advised.
Not a doctor.
Welcome back. Thank you for listening. This is For Love and Play. I'm your host, Keenan Weaver, back with my favorite people, the Queen. Yael, how are you doing?
What's up, everybody? I'm great. Praise the Holy Lord. Hope everyone's enjoying this beautiful, modern, mild weather.
Yes. And Baron Louie B.
Yes. Today, I'm going to go nuts today. It's Saturday. We do the recording on Saturday. It's going to be damn near 60 in February. You know your boy is going to be wearing shorts like in a maniac today.
Shorts and not a guayabera, right?
You know, yes, I got to wear a guayabera.
Yeah,
Come on.
I thought we agreed not to talk about the Guadalvera. I thought that was what we agreed.
Look, you know what? Keenan wears a dashiki. You wear a yarmulke.
I never wear one. I've never worn one at all.
I'm pretty sure you got one in the chamber somewhere.
Never bought one.
Look, I mean,
because Gucci doesn't make it, so black people only wear labels.
You got some drums in case you need to get in contact with your peoples.
You should see the new white people of Crown Heights, Keenan. Not even, seriously?
Can we talk about that?
We're going to get a Salvation Army.
Why is there always new white people? Like, where do they keep coming from?
Oh, from the factory.
Right? No, God, there must be one.
I mean,
seriously.
They're defective, so that means they're made in China.
That's why we owe them trillions?
Yep.
That's the deal Trump keeps talking about. China keeps overpricing us for white people. Anyway, that's not this show. We're about relationships. We got a great topic for you guys today. But before we get into that, Louie, tell the people how they can join in on the conversation.
First of all, you guys can follow us on the Twitters at For Love and Play. Also, please follow us on our Facebook at facebook.com/forloveandplay. And that's and spelled all the way out. The number 4, love and play. You can also email us at forloveandplay@gmail.com. Please send us your questions or any topic ideas you want us to cover or whatever's bugging you. Or if you have a rash in a certain area, I am a armchair physician.
All right, you can handle all of those. I'll just do the relationship stuff.
All right.
Let's get back into it, because our topic today is why modern relationships are falling apart so easily. And it's a response to an article that went viral. Everybody was talking about it on our Twitter feed, so we thought that we would fully discuss it on our show today. What's ironic about this article is it's from a men's website, which those things never go viral about relationships.
Nope.
So apparently this dude,
knows what he's talking
Ankush, wrote a very good article. So big ups to Ankush. This came out a couple of weeks ago. And the only thing that goes viral from men's websites is Pornhub's trying to save the whales.
That's usually true.
That is it. We never see stuff like that.
Actually,
so yeah, you are actually the person that I saw this article from. You want to kind of introduce and talk about what it was about slightly?
Okay, so this article is actually really interesting, and I found it to be just spot on true. It's why modern day evolution of relationships just seem to be failing literally all over the place. And without getting in, we'll get into the depth as the show unfolds, but the gist of it, and I agree with this, is that love is an evolution. It is not a revelation. Even those immediate fiery spark feelings that get everyone hot and bothered and excited, those feelings die down when you don't give time for love to grow. People want there to be an instantaneous knee-jerk reaction to falling in love forever. That's not how you build with somebody. I mean, that's basically the gist of it.
Yeah, I think if I could sum up the main point that I've got from this is that people today were so instant gratification. It started with the microwave and then the smartphones, and we could just get a movie right when we want one from Netflix. Like, everything happens in a second. Right. So when we meet someone, because we're conditioned to always getting this quick response of whatever feeling we're looking for. If we're trying to solve hunger, we got a quick response. We got fast food. If we're trying to solve boredom, we got Netflix. We got a quick response. But if you're trying to solve loneliness, you expect the same quick response because you're used to it in everything else in your life.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I totally agree because, and ladies, this was a very long time ago. I used to be very immature. I grew up.
We're working on him. We're working on him, ladies.
He's on like the third step of the 12 steps. It's great.
Yes. But especially with OkCupid, Plenty of Fish, I'm on all that. And what I used to find most annoying is, okay, we both click like on each other. We both you can see when this person's visited your profile many times. So then, you send out the hi, how you doing? My name is this, that. What are you into? The most annoying part is like after like a day passes, still no reply, no other contact. And what I used to do is, I would test it out. I would say hi again, be polite and all that. Wait 4 hours, and then, and I'm almost ashamed to say this, but guys, this is not what. Don't do it. I don't do this anymore.
If Louis doesn't do it, don't do it at all.
Don't do it. Yeah, yeah. Don't. Yeah.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah. So for like, I do drugs. Don't do drugs. So, anyways,
he doesn't do drugs.
No, I don't. But I'm just trying to save lives, Yael. Thank you. So, I would go, you fucking cunt. How the fuck dare you? And almost immediately I would get a response with that.
Of course you would.
Dumbfounds me. It's like, okay, you don't respond to the niceness and like, hey, how you doing? And, I think you're pretty. I want to get to know you. But you, real quick, you filthy whore? It's like,
that'll get your attention.
Yeah. It's like, wow. It's like, I was busy. Really? For 4 days? Like,
well, it could be she just wasn't interested.
Yeah. Well,
in which case she should have told you.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, okay, why click like? Yeah, I would, but I don't do that anymore. Right now, if I don't get a response, I just.
OkCupid needs to have a standard button. And I've actually thought about reaching out to some people that I know that are somewhat involved with OkCupid and making the suggestion. I just don't want to make it for free. But they need to have a standard no thank you response that you just click if you're not interested. Thanks for taking the time.
Definitely suggested it for free. But that would be a good idea. Louis, though,
yeah.
I want to get back to that story because why did you feel the need to have to respond after she already indicated she didn't want to respond? Right.
Well, I mean, in my mind, I'm thinking, like, okay, what, I felt slighted. Like, okay, why, like, what's the point in clicking like on someone's profile? And then just not, like, what's the whole point of that person being on a dating site if they're not trying to meet? And, this is something I had to, like, break myself out of. Again, I don't do this anymore, even though it's like no one's gonna hear that. It's like, oh, he's still a scumbag. So, anyways, whatever. No, it was just really annoying. I found it really annoying. It's like, okay, like, cause I don't like to stagnate. Like, if you make a connection to someone, or hobby it via a like or something, you want to talk to somebody, especially when you're, when you're trying to meet somebody.
So, now that you don't do that anymore, what have you replaced it with? Because I'm assuming that still happens at times.
Yeah, I just don't do anything.
Okay. So let's use this as a teaching moment.
Yeah.
We've definitely seen the what not to do.
Yeah.
Right? So ladies, fellas, if you find yourself in a situation like this, you definitely don't have to go off on the person. That's completely unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
I also would challenge that not doing anything is also probably not the best course of action either.
Well, yeah, well, that's the thing. What's the alternative? Because it's like you can't make someone talk to you. And,
right.
So how long do you give them to, like, hey, how you doing, or whatever? How many times do you try to do that before it's like, okay, well, you know what? I tried. The ball's in their court. If they decide to reply, fine. If not, fine.
So here's how the right way to kind of handle that situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm basing this on, you said the situation where you were talking and the conversation was developing.
No, there was no conversation at all.
Oh, well then that doesn't matter. I thought you said you hit like, you guys hit it off, you were talking a little bit, then stop.
No. They both hit like, and then it's, the introductions are made, and then...
Oh, so you had no conversation, and then you still responded with this vitriol.
Yep.
Okay, so that is a completely different situation that I would go into.
Yep.
But we'll handle both now.
Yep.
So let me just finish my comment on, if your situation is, you guys started talking for a little bit, like even if it was just the first interaction, you guys said hi, she said hi, you guys did the frickin' dumbass interview questions. First, don't do dumbass interview questions. Mm-hmm. How about that? But you had a little initial conversation with them, and then one of the parties drops off, and it's 4 days and no one responds. The way to handle that is, you can send a note. 4 days later, you can send a nice note like, hey, I know things could be hectic or you might be busy. I just wanted to see. I'm still kind of interested in getting to know you. Let me know if you're free this Saturday. I want to, you can just send a line, one of these last resorts, and if nothing happens, nothing happens. If something does happen, you most likely will get a response if you guys hit it off like I thought the situation was for.
Mm-hmm.
If you both hit like and no conversation gets started, so you're saying you both hit like and you initiate a message. That's what you're saying?
Exactly.
You initiate a message and no response ever happens from the message.
Exactly.
Okay. In that scenario, your message sucked. That is all it is. Your message was not good enough to entice a response.
Well, and this is where it's confusing because, like, let's say you're on the street and you called. Am I saying it right? Cold.
Cat call?
No, not cat call. Like, let's say
cat called.
No, not cat call. Like, let's say you approach someone cold.
Got it.
Like,
yes, cold open.
Cold. There you go.
Pua stuff.
Yeah. So, you don't know the person from Adam, what's your first response? Hi.
Mine is never hi.
Oh, well then I don't know what the fuck then. Like, what do women expect? Like, what kind of soliloquy are they expecting?
Cause hi didn't hi sound boring right there? Let me backtrack.
Yeah.
Hi is not bad. Just hi is bad. So
then how the fuck do you open up to, like, how do you start a conversation without hi? It's like cuz I've even
hi is fine. Just hi is bad. If you go hi and then you stand there like a creep waiting for a response, that looks weird. Cuz it's just a random person saying hi.
Yeah. But let's say you're, like, I'm trying to liken this to what I've done on online dating sites when after we both done the mutual like. So,
right.
Okay.
So, in both instances.
Oh, okay.
In both instances. On the street, here's what you do.
Mm.
You look at your environment and you make a comment about her in this world, that puts both of you guys in the moment. And it's not something that is easily something that you can just walk by. Because if you just say hi, there's nothing to really respond to. I could just keep walking. I can be polite and say hi too and keep walking. But if you say hi, such and such and such and such about this environment that everybody sees, this is what I'm telling you. You're better than you think just because you're a comic. You know that move where you're in a new place and comics kind of warm up by shitting on the area?
Yeah.
You know what that does? What that does is it opens the room up because it put everybody right there. It's an observation that puts everybody in the moment. So now they're fixated on you because you just made this funny comment about the painting that everybody's walked in and looked at, but had some thought, or maybe didn't even have a thought. So the people that didn't have a thought, now you've brought this to their attention. That's why comics do that. It's an icebreaker. It's a physical stand-up icebreaker. And on the street, that's what you're trying to do as well, an icebreaker. So you mention something to the environment, that's always a good icebreaker. Because now it's not a canned response. It's not a canned, you haven't said hi to every woman that you walk down the street with. You haven't said this pickup line that you could have said to every woman. It's her, it's you, it's the moment. I'm not saying it's going to always work. I'm just saying it's better than just a hi. So the same thing for the profile. When you read a girl's profile, you, in your first message, need to respond or reference something from her profile.
Oh, and if someone doesn't have a profile with information on it, don't even.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and we're talking for OkCupid, but this works mostly across the board. Tinder, slightly different, but they still have a little bit of information that you can draw from.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I've done that, and I've gotten the, oh my goodness, that's just too much. That's just creepy.
For instance, because I think we're definitely gonna have this topic where we just talk about messages on dating apps.
Yeah.
But for instance, what would someone say that's creepy because I just feel like you definitely said something creepy. Because that's what you do.
Like, usually I read, because just in case they say no fat guys, I don't want to, like, waste time. I say, oh, so you're into this. I'm also into this. Did you like this episode of the Doctor Who?
Yeah, Doctor Who's probably cute, creepy. But, no, I don't think that is.
So it's like, oh my goodness, I don't even know you. Yeah, no shit!
You gotta keep, again, the relatability thing is, you gotta keep everything kind of surface level.
Either that
you
or
don't wanna,
oh, why are you acting like you know me? I'm like, fuck. It's like, alright, whatever.
It's everything surface level.
Yeah. Okay. Why you acting like you know me? Oh, why are you talking to me?
Or you could just change your profile pic and...
I'm just gonna put a pic of my profile pic is gonna be a picture of a dude murdering somebody, and that just like, fuck it.
But you see, that's why I know most of your stuff, because that's like, your go-to is 10. Your go-to response is always on 10, and it's just, for some reason, that's what you do.
I swing for the fences.
So I know your messages are it seems okay in your head, but it's probably just a little bit too much. That would be my assumption. Back to the article.
Yep.
I feel like we could pick out exactly different errors that we've all commit within this article, and then tell a story about that.
Yep.
So, in the article, there's a line that says, all it takes is a single hurdle to make us crumble to our feet. We don't let our love grow. We let go before time.
Yeah.
And when I read that sounded like me to a T.
Yep.
Because I'm the dude that always thinks in the beginning the relationship should run fairly smoothly. Like, it should just be smooth.
You're really hard on chicks, Keenan. I mean, one time you took a chick to dinner and she left to go take a shit and you were gone.
All right.
Nah, I can't be having no chick taking no shit. And then
that is completely untrue.
Man. I can't be having a chick taking shits.
Okay.
So it's always a little bit more egregious than that. The only human bodily function a woman can do that I would leave is get pregnant. But other than that, I'm pretty...
Right, yeah, that's where you draw the line,
Yeah. Other than that, I think I'm pretty level-headed. You could fart around me, you can...
Oh, my God.
Don't worry about anything like that.
Would never, ever... And, I've had people question my ex-husband being one of them. Am I missing something? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, yeah, you farted in front of me, and I never felt closer.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Isn't it a bonding moment?
It is. It is. Especially the way she does it, because she lifts off the ground a little bit.
This was a situation. We had Mexican food the night before. It was not.
I looked at her like, wait, where did that come from? It almost sounds like ducks quacking. What?
See, this is closer to
not even
that I've
2
ever
years
wanted
of
to
marriage. 2 years of marriage, though, my ex-husband would still swear on a stack of Bibles that, I don't have a digestive system at all.
I don't know why women try to hide it.
Yeah.
I don't want you to prematurely fart around me, though, because now you're trying to push the relationship a little far.
Yeah.
You're trying to take us to a level that you're not at right now.
Not ready for. That's not where you're at right now.
You're not gonna force the relationship to the fart level. You just not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I can't allow that one. But I do. I really feel like a single hurdle that really touched me, because that is something I definitely. It's like, all right, this isn't working well.
Yeah.
I was having health problems a few months ago, right? And I met a girl before I went into the hospital.
Yeah.
And she pulled a Louie because I wasn't responding to anybody while I was in the hospital. And
I don't want that to be a saying.
She was like, I don't even remember what. She was just. She sent a very unsavory message saying that I was ignoring her. When I wasn't ignoring her, I was dying. And I couldn't, after I told her I was in the hospital, she then goes, "You don't have to lie to me."
Jesus.
Right? And I get it. I honestly get where that's coming from. I honestly get all right, I should do something a little bit more to prove to her that I was not, and it would probably end it. I could have shouldered the bracelet, and she'd have been like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." She'd have been a nice person and apologized profusely.
Confirmation would be accepted.
Right? But in my mind, I'm like, why even do it? Why do I have to go above and beyond to prove it? If you're not going to take my word at face value, why go for it?
No, and someone I liked was in the hospital. He said he was in the hospital, and I did what you're supposed to do. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Are you okay? And then I Facebook stalked him to see if that was true. I'm not going to question you. No, I'm going to investigate. That's the difference. See,
I was trying to look for a replacement black dude for the show, just in case.
We were so worried. How dare you and question Keenan's integrity?
Exactly.
Seriously?
I was in talks with Morris Chestnut.
Yeah, that would be a good way to.
We were concerned.
Yeah, if we're gonna replace Keenan, we're gonna friggin'.
It's only because he's in the hospital.
We're trading up.
Right, if Kevin Hart were to apply.
No,
but
absolutely
beyond
not.
that, no, or not even. Dave Chappelle maybe would be fun.
Yes, exactly. Dave
And he
Chappelle.
looks more like Keenan. He's taller.
And he's in a committed. He's in a committed marriage relationship.
He's married forever.
Yeah.
See?
No one
You
wants to hear from that guy though.
Who?
No one wants to hear relationship advice from the committed married man.
Why not?
Of course not. No.
I would.
They have no insight.
Okay. He's keeping it working somehow.
Right. He has a married man in a good marriage has all the insight to his woman. That's it.
All right.
That is it. They have no insight into this whole dating game. You got to think. I got one boy, one of my best friends. He got married at 21. They're almost 10 years into marriage now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
He hasn't dated with Tinder or OkCupid. Like OkCupid wasn't out 10 years ago. So what insight is he going to give someone who is single on how to navigate this landscape when this landscape has drastically changed in just 10 years? And this is not like an old, like Dave Chappelle is an old guy. So that his advice is going to be way different. I'm giving you someone who is in his 20s still, basically, about to be 30, in our peer group, and he'll have nothing to add to this conversation.
Is he committedly married though? Like he's good about it? Is he good at marriage?
I mean, that's putting people on the spot. That was very unnecessary of a
Never
question.
mind. And now we're going back to our sponsor.
If you are reaching and scratching, please
women can learn more from a guy like me. So when you're trying to find a replacement, you got to find someone who actually does want to find love, but is in the same struggle of something's not happening. So another thing that was said in the article, I definitely agree with, is we're not prepared. We're not prepared for the sacrifice, for the compromises, for the unconditional love. We're not ready to invest all that it takes to make a relationship work. We want everything easy. We're just quitters. All it takes is that single hurdle that I told you about. Anybody feel that they commit that as well?
I don't know if I commit that, but the most meaningful in recent history, I guess you could say, relationship that I had was just a number of mistakes and failures, I feel like, from the beginning. But as things were evolving, the problem was like this. I ended up having a person, I would say, like, stuck on an emotional glue trap. I love you, I hate you, don't leave me. And we gave each other of on and off dating 2 years of time. And it was almost like, had we done this right, we probably could have knocked this out in 6 months of dating. But because it was dragged on and, like, so many breaks were taken, like, we never made any real progress. Like, for 2 years, for two people who knew each other and dated on and off for 2 years, we don't even know each other, I feel like, on the level of people who exclusively dated consistently for 6 months and then broke up. I'm still not convinced this relationship is 1,000% dead in the water. Now, it would be for me unless certain demands were met. Boom. In the door right away. You have to be batting here to even step through the threshold at this point. But I think just time is that you can't be trying to find a girlfriend or boyfriend if that's really where you're at and actively, casually dating 2 and 3 and 4 other people. It doesn't work that way. You're not going to be able to build an emotional attachment to one person. I think that people are so arrogant nowadays and their time is so valuable. The thought of, and that actually ties into the, being busy in city life. My time is so limited that I can spend with you. I'm going to fixate, on, instead of one person, 3 or 4. Well, that means you're not dating any of those people the right way. Likely that none of the 4 women or men that you're casually dating are going to manifest into a relationship because you're not taking the time for that to even bloom. You're not going to fall in love on your spare time in between other clients. Let's just put it that way.
I mean, I like that line. That's kind of powerful. You kind of need to tweet that. You're not going to fall in love on your spare time.
No.
That's
So
definitely...
just like, love happens when you're not looking for it. That's untrue. That's not true. You know how many people I know, found love not looking for it, and they're still alone. They're still alone. They didn't know what to do with it. They weren't ready to find it. Well, you know what? Maybe you should have been looking for it. You can't say, I'm not looking for anything and I'm so lonely.
Yeah, that's something, that album was something that I definitely relate to, because I used to, when I was in my single pity days and wondering like why I'm not married at this point, blah, 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 I would always say, I'm more ambitious to these other things in life, like my career and things I want with that, but I don't have the same level of ambition when it comes to relationships. And that's a flaw, because in order to be successful, if you're successful in one, you should realize that it's got to take the same level of effort, the same level of ambition to be successful in all areas of life. Not putting it just to relationships, but if there's something in your life that you feel is lopsided, like you're great in one area and not in another area, it's because you put more time to that one area.
Right.
It really has. So it's like you hear a lot of women say, why doesn't a man want me? I have a great job, great career, I've done this, that, and a third. And that is the reason. It's that you've put all your ambition and all your eggs into that one basket versus also putting that same level of effort to the other areas of life that you want. Let us see what else in the article.
That I think is really true, that like people need to drive home, listen to, and follow this advice to the T, because I'm giving you excellent advice. And if you don't believe me, that's too bad on you. That doesn't make me less right. This is not a matter of my opinion. All right. I would say this shit is fact. When a man tells you in the beginning, this is more prevalent with women, straights, boy, girl. When a man tells you, I'm not looking for something, and you are bounced, walk out. Don't assume you're going to move him to feelings he's telling you, I don't want to feel for you.
Yeah, I mean, people tend to ignore signs up front for whatever reason. And not even that's a sign, that's like a tidal wave coming on shore.
Yeah, but chicks hold on. And it's like, why? What is the matter with you? Why are you holding on to a man who doesn't want to be with you? My God.
Yeah, that's just unnecessary. Listen to whoever is telling you that they're not about something. You're not going to change anyone. And honestly, people get hurt because of it, and it was your narcissism that thought that you were going to change somebody. Like, that was just... It's like, who are you?
It's like if someone breaks up with you.
Stranger that you just met.
It's like if someone breaks up with you. I think we talked about it a little bit when we had Gary Levitt on the show. An opportunity came up. He was dating somebody. Oh, I don't think you should do that. I know Gary Levitt. He definitely should do that. And his woman will encourage him to do that. Period. Like-minded, same page, similar goals. I want your wants for yourself. Stop assuming you have the power to come in and shut down someone's life or change their ways. Women, you are ending up in bullshit relationships because of this. Heartbreak that's unnecessary. You have drama, trauma, feelings, and history you never even needed to have. Stop thinking you're going to change the world, let alone start with one man. It's crazy.
Yeah, definitely not going to happen. Not going to happen. Another interesting thing.
It's not moving mountains. Please go on, Keenan.
Another interesting thing that I saw in the article was this line that says, "We'd rather spend an hour each with 100 people than spending a day with one."
Bing, bing, bing.
That was very interesting because it just goes on to say that we believe in our options, and we're very social people. But that kind of goes to exactly what you were saying of you can't date 3 to 5 people with the same level that you would date one.
Like
Right.
this is something I think is kind of interesting. If I have a friend, let's say, like right now, I'm not taking on any new people. The people that I'm setting up now, like that's it. You know what I mean? Like, but if let's say I thought, oh, Keenan would be good for this girl or whatever, or this person would be good for that person, I might make it put together, but like kind of like, all right, this is a freebie, so you don't get any of the services that come with this. You know what I mean? You're just getting the suggestion for the sake of love and goodwill. Like when I have certain clients, I can't work for them for free at all. They actually have to charge for my time if I'm going to look into the network and start trying to match them up with certain women because their criterion is so high, they're impossible to please, that I'm not even going to chance that I'm not going to find you somebody for free. Because I look at it like this. I'm the one with the gift, not you. I'm sorry. You want my time to pick out someone you might be compatible with, and I know you because I've taken the time to get to know you, to investigate you. I know how you grew up, what your situation is, et cetera, et cetera. And especially if you're difficult, like there's one client, I said to him, you have to set up unpaid appointment. You have to pay prior, paid appointment, and I'm clocking it. Like I'm networking for you between 2 and 4, Tuesday and Thursday, because you're that hard to please. To go on one date. One date. We're not talking a relationship. We're talking to get you to take Heather Smith or Shindle Dindle out to dinner. It requires so much, too much, I won't do it for free.
Right. I mean, that is definitely your time. The one thing is like we really want to spend time with all these different people. I see that. I don't have this problem because I don't even want to spend an hour with hundreds of people. I don't want to spend an hour with anyone. An hour is way too long.
An hour is way too. A wedding is all day too, Keenan. Remember that. If you have to go,
I hate weddings.
I hate them.
Why is it all day? Can we talk about that? Like, why is that necessary?
I know, right? Seriously.
Well,
Jewish weddings are amazing.
I'm gonna
they're on a Tuesday night, start at 6 o'clock, everyone's done by midnight.
Actually, I'm gonna
That's
be.
the way to do it.
I'm gonna be in a group. I'm a groomsman at a Jewish wedding. It's gonna be April on a Sunday at 4 o'clock.
Yep. See? Because ain't nobody should give up their Sunday for that shit, and the Jews know it. We know. You're going to come to my wedding, 6 o'clock on a Tuesday. We're all done by 10:30. It was nice to see y'all. Thank you for coming and joining my...
So I'm going to tell y'all this. I had a really good friend who got married. Of course, I was in the wedding and invited to the wedding. It makes the sounds way worse. I was not in the wedding party. That would be way worse. Mm-hmm. Even though I have a story similar that is probably just worse. And the wedding was on a Sunday that the Giants was playing in the playoffs. It was January playoffs. And we're no longer friends because I did not go to the wedding.
Well, I mean...
Damn.
What were they thinking? Were they having a baby or something? They couldn't do the wedding another day?
There's no reason to have a wedding in January. There's all weddings, especially if you love your man, ladies, do never plan a date where there's playoffs going on in that
Also,
month.
it's January. People are broke. They just lost all their money from Christmas and the holidays. What? At least March.
And there was a snowstorm. In my defense, we did have a snowstorm. So it was, I'd have to trek through snow and miss the game. It wasn't just, it was a combination. It was a perfect snowstorm of, I'm not going. That's exactly. I also was asked to be a best man, and I turned that down.
What?
Damn.
This is a different wedding. This is a different wedding.
Do these people even know you? They're not even close to you. If you're asking Keenan to be your best man, he's not even close enough to you to be your best man.
And that's exactly what I told him.
Oh, wow.
That is exactly what I said. I was like, yo, I think you should have somebody a little bit, that you know a little bit longer. You know? That's exact. Meanwhile, I ended up becoming like the godfather of their kids, and I've known him for 10 years since. But, at first, I was like, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh my God. Like, we're not there yet. See, Keenan's not even there, ladies, with his male platonic relationships. You're getting in? You're gonna beat the dudes don't even win.
That's why I'm saying, like, people think that I treat, like, this is consistency. This is consistency. This is not, I don't like you as a woman. I'm commitment phobic. This is who I am.
Yes. We have a mutual friend. If we were talking about Keenan the other day, and he said something to the effect of like, this is just what it is. He doesn't deviate from pattern. I'm like, I know, right? It's amazing. You know not to call Keenan during the sports. I don't know what they are.
During the sports.
The sports.
I don't know what the sports are.
It involves a ball of some sort going through a hoop or over a line or some shit, I guess.
The Yellows are doing it. Nothing.
Yeah.
I think Wiz Khalifa is like like a hockey player or something.
But isn't that redeeming though? It's a redeeming quality. Like, I'm consistent and it's honesty. It's true honesty. Just like in this line where it says,
he just never lied to anybody.
Just like in the line where it says we'd rather spend an hour each with 100 people, and I was like, nah, nah. It's not. I don't want to do that.
Nobody got time for that either.
I don't want to do that at all. I don't care who it is. Don't want to do that. I don't want to partake. It's not. I'm consistent across the board. So, ladies, it's not me being an asshole to you.
No.
It's me.
We're all equal.
Yeah.
It's me being an asshole.
Well, at least I know someone's that's off my wedding list.
I feel like the right thing to do would be like, no, Louis, I would show up for your wedding, but I don't even want to fight that battle. Like, if I'm off the list.
Right, yeah, he's not even, and it's not personal. You gotta realize, Keenan would back out of a sibling's wedding if he had the opportunity.
Nah.
I
can't do that. I go to family's wedding.
I mean, you gotta be there for pictures. But they also understand.
But I did recently come to that revelation that I am not going to anyone's wedding that's like not blood. Like, I was like, this is just too much. It's like, I can't, I reserve to just, and I have a lot of family, so this is not like, I have a lot. There's weddings happening all the time.
These people just continue to get married.
It's just quick. I have a lot of kinfolk. And
did you meet my friend Stacy? Heather is so your type. No, she's not. No, she's not. I'm here because we have the same last name. I will get arrested if I walk out this church. I don't want to hear about Stacy. She's fat. I don't want to talk about it.
Damn.
I'm going. The game is on. I'm here. I'm dressed appropriately. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
If you want this gift, you see this? It was on the registry, okay? At the end of the night, if I'm left alone, you get it. So you behave. Crate and barrel, motherfucker. You don't know.
I give nice ass
gifts.
That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I would have to like secretly marry someone because I know in my. Sorry.
You register for it, you wanted it. If I want that gift, all you do is this is the invitation. You don't even have to go. Most importantly, we're registered here, and that's all I require.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't have to come.
My wedding is definitely going to be a small, preferably rooftop wedding so that I can push people over.
Damn.
If necessary.
Sunday night, right? Starts at 7:30.
Definitely not Sunday night. It'll be like Saturday, 2 p.m. We're out at 5.
Oh, why don't you just do it at 12? Get it so that way people can have the rest of the day, you jerk off.
That means I'd have to wake up early like this.
Well, you know what? Then fuck you.
Wedding day. 2 to 4, you know.
Hey, it's my day.
No,
you
no,
trying to tell
no,
me I can't sleep in on my day?
No, fuck you. Fuck you. If I gotta show up and bring a gift, it's starting at 10 a.m. I'm out by 2.
So early.
And then it's gonna be in the summer, so that way we don't have to fucking. And if it's raining, it canceled until next month.
Right.
Yeah,
we're gonna reconvene at a later date.
Back to the we don't want to overcome any hurdles. If my wedding day and it's raining, at that point it's a God sign.
Oh my God.
Yep.
The weather ladies. In Judaism, by the way, should it be relevant, raining on your wedding day is one of the biggest blessings from your marriage from heaven. But, you know,
That's what, wait, who says that? Who says that?
There's a Kabbalistic belief that if it rains on your wedding day, there's added blessing.
Is that a Jewish thing?
It's a Jewish thing, yeah.
All right. So now I'm not marrying any Jews. All right.
Nah, all right.
we just move that one. What religion says rain is bad for the wedding? Like,
I don't know, but I mean, Judaism is the only one that I speak that that I know specifics on. But I'm sure the others frown upon it.
Whatever group frowns upon rain on wedding day, that's the one. That's the woman for me. That's the religion for me. And she's already perfect in my eyes. And I'm letting you know, July weddings. Mm-hmm. There are no sports going on in July.
It's the hottest month of the year. You might die of heat stroke outside at your July wedding, but
again, a sign
you're not interfering with the game.
A sign. If I die of heat stroke, I've fulfilled my till death do us part.
Right, and if you have life insurance, she still won.
So it's good.
Right? She won.
That's it.
You showed up. Everyone was hydrated. We don't know what happened, God forbid. Then you find out there was like some sort of like sports playoff week recap for those who had to work or something in January that day.
It's just not going to happen.
Like, Keenan doesn't want to hear about the game after the fact, ladies. You need to understand that. He's not one of those. Like, he wants to see the thing start to finish. He has an opinion on what the coaches are doing, the players are playing. He wants to see it. It's not just the retaining of information.
I actually don't do it for retaining information. I do it for escapism.
Right.
It's an escape from the real world.
My point exactly.
So, Louie, you have your whole wedding playlist planned. You have everything else planned? You got the time down?
It's definitely going to be. I'm gonna have it in Africa.
Okay.
Ooh.
No. It's probably gonna be somewhere in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Making us go to Jersey.
Yeah, well.
I mean, you went from bad to worse. That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I'm sorry.
At least you know, ladies, you're getting a Hoboken wedding.
Hoboken.
It's a Hoboken wedding.
Yeah, Hoboken. Hoboken.
We live in New York, but
all right, fine. It'll be in the South Bronx, or perhaps East New York. If you love me, you'll risk your life to see me get married.
By the time you get married, those areas will be well gentrified. So.
Damn. Oh, damn.
That's true. I have a contract on a building in Brownsville.
It definitely will.
Oh.
Don't you know? They keep telling you they keep shipping new white people.
Yeah.
I don't know where these white people are even coming from.
They're the factory in Nigeria.
That would be
There's
great.
got to be, because they can't be coming from New York. There's no space to hold them in hordes. You know what I mean? Unless they were grown up in a facility and now they're being released.
These are GMO crackers.
Could be.
Oh my god.
I'm not convinced otherwise. What does happen from Planned Parenthood? Toxic waste.
These honkies are freaking test tube babies.
Yo.
Like, wait a minute. I'm not so sure any of those abortions were real. Because there's a lot of people here.
Keeman just had the thought in his GMO crackers.
That I feel like you should have just left it once. Because it was definitely funny up front.
Yeah.
But now it's bordering like very.
Well, I gotta beat a dead horse.
Yeah, it definitely. It's all about timing.
Yeah.
With that callback from the beginning of the episode, we'll leave it on that.
Yeah.
Yao, anything to promote?
We would love you to continue to like, share, subscribe, download for Love and Play. Follow me on the YouTube for the visual side of nonsense at Yael Meisels. And please subscribe. On the deeper side of stuff, you can check out our blog for Love and Play. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Yael Meisels, and hashtag for Love and Play.
Louis B.
Yes, dear. You could follow me on the Twitters. Please follow me on the Twitters at LouisB1. I will be in Broadway Comedy Club in April. Yes, springtime. Spring is in the air. I'm gonna be telling the jokes, and you could see me this April, April 16th. At Saturday, 6 p.m. At Broadway Comedy Club. Feel free. All the events are on my Facebook fan page at facebook.com/LouisBComedy. Tickets are $20 plus a 2-drink minimum. Call the VIP reservation line at 212-726-2496. The number is open 24/7. Tell them you're here. You're gonna see Louis B. All right. So, take it away, Keenan.
All my information can be found on my website, dates, videos, everything. www.KeenanWeaver.com. That's KENANWEAVER. Every Sunday night, New York Comedy Club, 8 p.m., Sunday Night Live. Come check it out. Keep loving, keep playing.